Today, using our subscription box number 54, which is all about the Silhouette Scene craft kit, we are going to be making this one. So we are going to be doing a little bit of a different style on this one here. So let's get started. What I have already done is taken a piece of the pattern paper and I've cut that down to 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to bring in one of the stamps. So I've gone in with this gorgeous tree so we can just see it and no more underneath. You will see once I have stamped it out. What I'm going to go in and do is I'm going to take my alcohol-proof ink pad. I'm just using Flagstone here because this is what I've got. You could use any of them. You could use Quick Dry if you wanted to. So I'm going to give that a really good coverage. And then to make sure I kind of get that where I want it, I'm going to pop my stencil underneath. And I want to have it so that the tree branches are kind of just sticking out to the side. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go in and then I'm going to press. So I'm going to press that one into position and then I can remove that one and you've got that gorgeous tree underneath. What you can then do is use the other elements from the stamp and you can start to set your scene. So what I've already done here is I've stamped out the butterfly and then on a piece of your cardstock that's included, I've mat and layered that onto a piece that's 4.5 by 4.5. So we can move that one out the way. So if I put there and bring back in the stencil, I have brought in a piece of the card panels. Now remember, these are 6 by 6 and you're getting 18 of them. I have chopped it down to 4.25 by 4.25. And then what we're going to do, we're going to go in with our low tack tape. I'm going to secure that. I'm just going to line that one up. And then what we're going to do is tape it down. If you have your temporary sprays, by all means use them. I do like to use my tape. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to go in with one of our art liners. It could be any ballpoint pen that you've got. Please don't worry about not having these. And then I'm going to draw around. So I'm going to draw around every single part of the stencil detail. So I'm going to go in and then I'm going to go into all these tiny little bits. We're going to make sure we get them all. So we're working our way around. Even the ink, depending on what pen you're using, it's not going to affect the stencil. It's not going to damage the stencil. All that's going to do is give you even more creativeness in the ways that you can use it. So we're going to go all the way in. So I'm not going to do it all. I will just do half of it because then what we're going to do is we're going to colour. So if I bring this one all the way down to the bottom, we're going to bring that in. And then when you do that whole lot, we're going to remove this one out the way, peel that one off, and then you start to get that whole design from that template onto your card. Now I'm going to use a tri-blend brush marker. This one is blue turquoise and it is BT3, BT7 and BT8. So what we would then do is we would then go in, and if you're familiar with the tri-blend range, I'm going to go in with the light tone first and then we're going to do a little bit of shading. That is optional. If you don't want to shade, you don't have to. But we're going to go in, and what we're going to do is we're going to do this on every drawn element of the stencil apart from the heart. We're not going to do this with the heart, only all of these detailed bits. So we're going to go in, we're going to blend, we're going to colour, and then once you have done the whole lot all the way around, you are also going to cut into the middle. So that whole love heart, you are going to cut out and you will be left with that. How fab does that look? Something a little bit different when it comes to setting the scene from the Silhouette craft kit. So what we can then do is we're going to bring this one in. Now the pattern paper, the reason it was at that size I gave you is because it's slightly smaller than this layer, which means you're going to get that perfect frame from this larger card layer. We're going to set that over the top. Now how beautiful does that look? We're then going to bring in one of our 6x6 card blanks. What I have done is I have come in and I've chopped away at 3.5 by 3.5 inches. So I'm then going to come in with one of the pattern papers that matches the background. I have chopped this one down to 5.5 by 5.5, and using the turquoise cardstock also included, I have cut to 5.75 by 5.75. You will notice I've already popped my dewdrops into place, but we can then come in. That's going to go onto the back there. Then what we're also going to do, we're going to bring in another piece of that cardstock and pattern paper. We're going to add our adhesive into place. Now you just think, if you're going to be using them the way that I've shown you, these are going to be a lot of fun. But bring in your distress inks, bring in your alcohol pens, bring in your distressing tool. You can get so many different looks. Then what I'm going to do, only on the bottom half of the reverse side, I have popped some tape. I'm going to centralize that into the middle there. And then what I have also done, you also get 2 sentiment dies. So I've die cut the word hello using that same turquoise cardstock. I have matte and layered it onto a bit of white cardstock, which is excess from this back layer, and I've popped it onto a matte and layer of turquoise, also excess. So we are using everything that is in that subscription box. I'm going to press that into place. I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive to the top. I'm going to bring in one of the bows that I have tied from the craft kit. Now remember, you're getting 9 reels and you're getting 3 colours of them. You're going to be getting 6mm, 12mm and 19mm. That, with the dewdrops that are already in there, which you're getting 100 of them, you can create gorgeous cards such as that. Think of the cards, think of the concepts, think of the boxes, think of everything else that you've got within your crafty stash. These are going to look beautiful. That's been made from subscription box number 54, the Silhouette Scene Craft Kit.